In 2019, the Faith Build rehabbed 2 of 6 homes on Roehl Avenue. Your muscles and support help both Felina and Ebony's family. They have both moved into their homes, are unpacked, and are doing well. They send their thanks. A wonderful intern last summer made a video of the work that took place on Roehl Avenue. She highlighted Shalise, a Habitat neighbor that lives between Ebony and Felina.
Home is where things happen. It's where your family has their experiences, makes their memories. So you need to have a home. It doesn't have to be a house. It can be an apartment. It can be a trailer. It can be, a van where you travel across the country. Whatever it is, that's your home, and you make a lot of memories there. Home is a source of pride. Home ownership is part of the American dream. Everyone likes to have a home. I went from very stable to moving around a lot. I moved 20 times before I hit 18.
We've moved a lot as well, from when I first had my daughter. So I just want to get them somewhere, get them familiar with the neighborhood and grow up with people that they know, will grow to know. I just, want to go somewhere and never leave.
Habitat in Cleveland occupies a pretty unique space because we are the only organization doing home ownership from the day one. The global recession and the foreclosure crisis, the epicenter was here in Cleveland. And so literally you could go down almost any street in Cleveland and see boarded up houses. And what we saw was that there were enough on one street, we might turn around that whole street. And that is what we set off to do. And that is what we've done. So for the past 6 years, we focused on almost 125, 130 rehabs now that have been in targeted neighborhoods where we can have an impact. And we have seen that, in fact, our revitalization activity has a much broader impact on the neighborhood than what you might think of just by doing a house.
Right now we're on Roehl Avenue in the Clark Fulton neighborhood, and we have 6 houses that we are working on. There are only about 20 houses on this block, so completing 6 houses on this block is going to really transform it.
One of the challenges for me was to have a house that aesthetically fits into the neighborhoods that these people are going into, because there's potential stigma of Habitat families that which house is theirs because it doesn't look like the rest of the houses in the neighborhood. So to have a house that fit Habitat's guidelines and was a functional and livable structure that was simple enough for people to build was a big challenge for the project.
And we help each other, and I help those that don't know. And so we feed off of each other, and we both come away from it having more knowledge than when we got here.
As a young architect, you don't always have the opportunity that something that comes from your hand really gets built that directly. And to see something that, I would finish drawings one week and then go out to the field and see people actually putting it together and rising out of the ground was very rewarding.
For our families, they are often the first person in their family to own a home.
I'm very excited. This would be something that she can really call her own, and she can pass that value on to her children, and they can see that having their own and give it to their children too. They're setting a foundation what they can build on and go in the future. That having a stable home is something I couldn't give her due to circumstances that, in my life, but in her life, it can make it better. You want your children to do better and be better than you, and she can make it better way for her children. So I'm very excited for her, and I'm very proud of her that she's coming this far doing this. Oh, don't cry. This is happiness. Now you got me crying. I'm fine.
All doing this for the homeowners, so I really like seeing the positive reactions from the homeowners.
Being able to move in 6 new families onto this street that care about each other because they already know one another and care about this community and their home is really going to transform this whole street, and hopefully that spreads out into the community.
This year, Habitat's going to focus their efforts on Grandview Avenue. We are building 10 new homes on Grandview. 6 of those houses started in 2019, so we'll complete those houses and begin 4 new builds this year, one of those new builds being the Faith Build. Grandview is in the Buckeye neighborhood. If that sounds familiar to you, there is a good reason. In 2016, the Apostles Build rehabbed 3 vacant homes in this very neighborhood. Habitat also continued to work there from 2016 to 2018, rehabbing a total of 27 vacant homes and connecting those houses to families. Habitat is committed to the Buckeye community. We began building new homes on Grandview Avenue last year. Our overall goal is to build 40 new homes on 4 adjacent streets over the next 4 years. Your help not only assists a family, but you're actually revitalizing a neighborhood. You are doing so much more than you probably even thought. Volunteers ages 16 and over can help work on the house. We are also planning a multi-church volunteer day where we will assemble the interior and exterior walls of a house in a local church parking lot. We are planning for this event to take place on September 10th and 11th. However, due to the coronavirus, we may have to postpone it. We are just going to keep listening to the governor and to Dr. Amy Acton and make the appropriate determinations as we get closer to September. With the advent of COVID-19, families are being asked to stay at home to help flatten the curve. But not everybody has a safe, decent place to call home. So thank you for supporting affordable home ownership so we can help more families gain access to a place that they can call home. If you're interested in more information about the Faith Build this year, perhaps the size of the house or how partner families work or what the neighborhood is like, more information can be found at clevelandhabitat.org. Go to the Faith Build page, and there's a PDF you can print out or look at on the site. Thank you so much.